episode of Living Baggage Free. My name is Lamide, and as always, I'm so happy to be here today. So we're still on the series, The Science of Things, and today we are looking at something that I think is one of my favorite subjects, and that's the science of the outdoors. The science of the outdoors. We're in the middle of a pandemic, okay? And we've been advised to isolate, to stay indoors, and to try and reduce our exposure to people, essentially. And while that is great advice, I also know that it is possible to spend time outdoors without being too exposed to people. Now, what has happened, the situation we found ourselves in right now is that many of us have gotten so used to being socially distant and socially isolated that we now find it very hard to go outdoors and to spend time outdoors. And this is one of the things, this is one of the consequences of what this pandemic has done to us. And I just want to once again reiterate that being outdoors is important. Not only do I want to reiterate, I actually want to give you scientific backing, as to why you should spend some more time outdoors, okay? So I'm going to jump right into it. Now, the first thing I'm going to say about this is called vitamin D. So let's just call this whole number one vitamin D. Okay, so vitamin D is a prohormone that we get from our exposure to the sun. Okay, it's a prohormone, and what it does is it helps the metabolism of calcium. And I don't know if you know this, but calcium is the essential organic compound for bone formation, teeth formation. It also helps with immunity, our immune system, gastrointestinal system. But essentially, it's for bones and teeth. And so it is when you have a deficiency of vitamin D in children that you begin to have things like bow legs, that's called rickets. And then, in adults, you have osteoporosis, and that's when your bones are friable and they can break easily. But the point is that you need vitamin D to sort of metabolize calcium, or to use calcium. So when you don't have vitamin D, which you get from the sun, number one, apart from the bone issues, there are also your immune system also begins to come up with issues. Because as I said, it's not just for bones, there are other functions as well. So you're not able to fight infections properly, you feel tired all the time, you are weak, you are tired and all that. And so that is one very, very scientific reason why you need to go outdoors. You need to spend some more time outdoors. Now, apart from that, studies were conducted, okay? And now in this particular situation, this particular scenario, I'm not talking about just outdoors, like just go outside. I'm talking about spending time in nature, like in the forest or in the beach, things like that. Studies conducted showed that amongst employees, some employees were told to take a walk to expose themselves to an urban setting. So they went outside. So this isn't just about going outside. To expose themselves to an urban setting, while another group were asked to expose themselves to, nature and to a forest kind of setting. And do you know that the studies found out that those who were exposed to the forest setting actually had recorded lower levels of stress, with their work, as opposed to those who were exposed to the urban, city lights, the tall buildings and all that. In fact, they also discovered that just seeing a picture of a forest or of nature was able to reduce stress levels significantly in employees. And so that's saying a lot, that's saying a whole lot, okay, about just how important it is. Now, I don't have to give you all this science, right? I can really just tell you and try to convince you that, stay outside, stay outdoors. But I know that a lot of us need to break some certain patterns in our lives. And my hope is that just understanding the scientific reasons for some of these things will give you the motivation you need to live a better life and make better choices, okay? So that's the second reason why you should spend time outdoors, in nature now. The third reason why you should spend time in nature is this, especially for this one, it's around green plants, forests, gardens, parks, you know. Another reason why you should do that is because it has been found that green plants produce an organic compound called phytoncides. Now, phytoncides, when inhaled by human beings, actually help in the creation of white blood cells or formation of white blood cells. And what white blood cells do is that they help you fight infection. In fact, they are the principal compounds when it comes to fighting infections. Okay? Now, when you expose yourself to this kind of environment where there are plants, there are greeneries and all that, you actually improve your immunity. As a matter of fact, some studies suggest that there's also an association of green plants and exposing yourself to green plants and nature and having anti-cancer properties. It's suggestive, but there's still some research going on there. I'm just saying that there is a lot that you can get physically from being outdoors, okay? Now, the next reason why you should stay outdoors is that it's actually also been proven that your cortisol level, which is your stress hormone level, actually decreases significantly when you spend time outdoors. Your cortisol level, your stress hormone level comes down when you stay outdoors. I mean, that is so beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so that's that. Another reason is that it has been found that spending time outdoors actually improves your brain's function, how your brain works. In other words, your brain's ability to create, to solve problems, in fact, your memory, your long-term memory, all of this actually are influenced by how much time you spend outdoors. So a study was carried out. I know very soon people will start calling me, a study was carried out, a study was carried out. But as I said, I need to give you the scientific basis of some of these things. So a study was carried out, and it was, this groups of employees, again, divided into two. So some they were told to go into the outdoors, camping actually, for 4 days. And then the other group were they didn't do that. That was like the control group. And it was found that after 4 days in the woods, right, there was better concentration. The ability to just be able to concentrate. That's when they came back. Better concentration, better focus, better ideation, just the ability to come up with new and fresh ideas in those who had spent time outdoors. I don't know what more proof you need, but I just need to say it right here that, especially for those of us who, and this is a bit of a digression, but this whole pandemic situation, plus the fact that we're in a digital age and we have all sort of gotten used to the idea of being home with our devices, being stuck on those devices, not moving. So all of our entertainment, all of our hobbies, our whole lives now revolve around our devices. And so we are usually in one place, indoors, and even when we are outdoors, we are engaged with those devices. And so I want to encourage you that it is time to begin to break that pattern. Break that pattern for the sake of your potential, of what you could be, of what you could do. There's so much inside of you. There's so much you can still do, so much you can still be. I don't want you to jettison all that because you have to be on social media, because you have to read emails, no, spend time outdoors and let nature replenish you. Let it restore you. Let it heal you. Okay? There are so many more reasons that I can give because I did a bit of research. There's a lot of reasons, but I won't give them because I'm the queen of short videos now. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've learned a thing or two, and I hope you will spend more time outdoors. Till I come your way again, please remember to live baggage free. Like this channel, subscribe, okay, share the video, and please let me have your comments in the feedback section. So, bye guys.